Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's have a look at XRP then, shall we? And XRP is back in fashion. It's back in fashion, but it never went out of fashion. Well, I suppose it did for a little while. But on this channel, it was definitely fashionable to be buying in at the lows, which is what we were doing. And those who fail to recognise why I make these videos on charts is because I present opportunities. I don't go in with all this, oh, let's get some views, let's talk about this, or let's talk about something that's already pumping, because that will get views. No. This is a continuation of the original XRP journey that started down here. So we bought in after the consolidation had clearly come to an end. Consolidation ended, accumulation zone began. Initial pump, excitement pump, I suppose, as we have broken out of this consolidation, and then a reaccumulation, then a massive big pump, a bit early, as far as the market cycle is concerned, dumped down to the accumulation zone perfectly, boing and boing, just coming into exactly the top of this and the bottom of this accumulation zone, and then I suppose working its way back up to where it should be. Now, again, the main thing about this video and all the XRP videos that I have made isn't to say what's going to happen this week, next week, or whatever. It was pretty much to tell you that XRP is going to make a new all-time high. At the time of making those original videos, people found it quite hard to digest, apart from the people who obviously like XRP. But there is a reason I make videos, and it is to present opportunities, I suppose, from the ones that I've seen myself. And this was basically a very easy trade. Buy in here and wait. And how long do we wait for? We do wait to the end of the year. That's basically what that's what it will be. The XRP market cycle follows Bitcoin in its 4-year cycle. However, it does spend 3 years going down and 1 year going up, whereas Bitcoin spends 1 year going down and 3 years going up. It's just the way that it works, okay? And it's likely because XRP always has a giant, or has in the past on these 2 market cycles, has one hell of a massive pump. And then we all know what happens after a massive parabolic pump. We have a downtrend, and in the case of XRP and with EOS actually, the pump was so significant, so big, so large that it does spend basically 3 years going down. And there's no halving event or anything like that. It's different. Same with EOS. There's nothing like that. They are essentially utility tokens that serve a purpose. That have had giant parabolic runs. So this is how we're looking at the moment. I believe that this is likely to continue, and the areas of significance are this is made, I suppose, clear on this enormous fib retracement tool from the top to the bottom, and we've broken out of the accumulation phase. This is the accumulation. This is the major accumulation phase since the massive parabolic top. And I've always said that this sounds crazy, but it is an accumulation phase. People who are buying in here, people who are buying down here, they will inevitably be rewarded in the end. Now we're out of the accumulation phase. We are getting our very first actual pump. I know that these have obviously been lucrative for people, but this is actually the beginning of what would be the first pump. And I do honestly believe that people will get their opportunity to buy back. XRP is unlikely to, in my opinion, to completely moon, but there is a chance, and this is going to sound crazy as well, this is going to sound mad, there is a chance that we take out our all-time high, within a few months, and then have a giant retracement as a result of basically getting too overexcited. That wouldn't bother me, and that would be quite fitting with the way that the market cycle worked in the past. It doesn't mean it will happen. We have a look at these fib retracements. The next area of significant resistance. Sorry, can't get my words out there. It's about $1.34. And if that breaks, then we've got $1.72, $2.09, $2.10, and then more or less towards the actual all-time high for candle bodies, not wicks, candle bodies, which is about $2.76. Doesn't mean that these areas are all going to get hit right now or over the next couple of months, but there is a chance that they could. I know that sounds mad, there is a chance that they could. So first we'll have a look at one enormously exciting signal. Golden cross here on the weekly, that's great. Also, if we go to the daily, what do we have here? Conversion baseline cross all the way back down here, but on the weekly we also have a conversion baseline cross over here. Continuation signal, this is what we were saying maybe last week or the week before, that this is a continuation signal, and a lot of top cap altcoins have the same kind of vibe going on. Doesn't mean, like I say, that this is going straight to its new all-time high, although it could. So this is a chart that I didn't actually know existed. This is the, I think this is the entire XRP history. I used to use just CoinGecko, but actually we can look at this. So by looking at this, what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at how it's behaved in the past, right? So this was the parabolic top when it first came onto the market. So a dump, huge parabolic top. We'll measure that from that wick right to the top there. That is a 6,200, almost 6,300% move. That was pretty nice. And then what happened shortly after that? Well, I'll say shortly. We spent a very long time going down. We spent 829 days. So again, very much in fitting with the way that we've behaved this time. Massive parabolic top, and then how long have we spent going down from here? We have spent, before this big pump, 9,000. Where was the accumulation phase ended? Well, you could argue it pretty much ended there, didn't it? That's if we zoom in a little bit closer, that's pretty much the accumulation phase that we were speaking of, and this was the first initial excitement pump. Then we got the bigger pump, then we got the FUD, then we got the pump group. Now we've got the continuation of the market cycle. So actually, it's working out very well, very nicely. So if we just measure it out, and again, it's very difficult to see this for what it is because the price action is so significant that it actually makes the chart quite hard to read. So from the parabolic top to the next big pump was 839 days. This isn't the new parabolic top pump. That was the original. That's the fake out pump. Now what we've got here, so we'll just measure it from here to this pump. So it's taken a little longer before that fake out pump. Where was this one? This was 1,000 days. So the market cycle is not perfect. It's not perfect, and it's not going to, you're not going to pin it down to the day. It's obviously out by 150 days or something along those lines. It's never going to work out perfectly. But what we're looking at is behavior. And this behavior shows parabolic top, which doesn't look very parabolic anymore, but it actually is, a 3-year consolidation. And then this is the thing that I want us to pay attention to. This is a fake out kind of vibe. Okay, so this came in at around May, and then we had a retracement. Let's see if we can get this measured. Again, these wicks and candles look kind of deceptive. We had a retracement from the top to the bottom of about 68%. 68% retracement, and then followed by a pump of 2,719%. So again, not bad by any standards. Obviously, that was a pump from 16 cents after this fake out pump, but obviously for the people who bought quite low, including myself, I bought XRP at around about 3.5 cents. Back down here somewhere. That was a very significant run, and well, obviously, a lot of percents at that point. So what I'm trying to get you to recognize here is that XRP, it's not that I knew that this was coming because I'm a moon boy. It's because I recognized that there is rhythm to the chart. I recognized that there was a previous parabolic high. It's pretty easy to see this. Basically, there's a previous parabolic high that took 3 years in a downtrend. We had a fake out, but a large move. Once that consolidation had technically ended, got into an accumulation phase, had a mini pump, had a larger pump, had a significant retrace, and then consolidated at a high level. Reaccumulated for the next big parabolic top at the very end of the market cycle. I'm expecting something like this to take place again. Now again, it's the different market. The market is different. It's not the same, and this is not the same cryptocurrency market that it was back in 2016-17 or earlier. It was extreme. It was a baby. It was a fetus back here. It's still technically a baby now, but the market cap is enormous now in comparison to what it was back down here. So to have big moves like this took a lot less money than it would take for these moves to make the same equivalent as far as their gains are concerned. Doesn't mean that we can't have massive moves. We definitely can have massive moves, and I am expecting massive moves. We could get them now, but we're certainly going to get them by the end of the year in XRP. And again, this isn't a video to try and stock up on views or get new subscribers. It's something that I've been saying for quite a little while now. I was making these videos about XRP around about September last year. Was when I started really focusing on it, when we came out of the consolidation into the accumulation phase. So that's the vibe that XRP is on, and we are perhaps potentially looking at that next big move that could go higher than everybody expects, but I would expect after that a significant retracement. And that's where, for the people who want to get involved in XRP at this high level, that's what I would say is probably best for you to do. I'm not your financial advisor at all, but if you weren't buying in the accumulation phases, then you're basically FOMOing. This is FOMO. Even though we've got strong weekly signals and we're clearly entering a new phase of XRP's market cycle, there is a very strong chance that we will dump down as we did in the past. So, where are we going to dump down to is the question. Well, I can't give you an absolute figure as far as a dollar or cent figure is concerned, but what I can say is that there is a very strong relationship that XRP has with the 200 exponential moving average. Now that seems very, very unrealistic to see a dump all the way down to there. That's a 60% retracement. However, what we just saw on the fake out move that we had is that we did have a 60% retracement. More than that, actually, we had more than a 60% retracement, back down to 68% retracement from the top to the bottom wick. And this is a daily chart, and look at how it behaves. Launched, massive big move, came down to the 200 exponential many times. We had many pumps from that, 200 exponential once again, and 200 exponential once again. It spent a lot of time reaccumulating amongst the 200 exponential moving average. So if you've missed out on this pump now, and you are gutted that you just didn't get involved, I really don't think you have a great deal to worry about. XRP is a very forgiving, very forgiving token, and it will give you another opportunity to get back in. This certainly isn't the place to be buying it at all. It could make a new all-time high over the next week or two. It honestly could. It honestly could do that. I'm not here to say that it will, but I would not even be surprised if it did. It could easily do that. But what I'm saying is that this token XRP, I've shone a lot of light onto it since the end of last year, since we came into this zone. And what I suppose I've recognised, and what hopefully other people who watch my channel have recognised, is that it is actually quite a reliable token as far as its chart is concerned. It respects the chart very much, even in this FUD, and this is something I brought to everyone's attention, I suppose, when we had this giant big dump down. I said, look, interestingly enough, with the lawsuit and with everybody's panic selling and with everybody hating on it, we respected perfectly the bottom of that accumulation phase. Look, this is perfectly the bottom of the accumulation phase. The accumulation bottom around here, we had a wick down to test it. Perfect retest of that. Also a perfect retest of the top. This is a horrendous few days here. A horrendous few days. Panic selling to the max. If we just we'll measure it from the first red wick down to the bottom red wick. That's 65% retracement, and it bounced on the top of the accumulation phase. Then it had a relief bounce, and then back down to the bottom. Now, if something was completely dead and it was suffering, horrendous news like what it had here, you would expect it to basically not respect anything. But it did. It respected the top and the bottom perfectly, and that gave me, I suppose, more confidence in the way that this is going to behave long term. And I say long term. This is nice to see, but this isn't this isn't the move. This isn't the big move, and the big move will be towards the end of this year, and it will be big. But by me telling you that, I really honestly don't think that this is the time to be buying. This is FOMO, and this is what's causing this, and that's what XRP likes to do. It enjoys the FOMO. Hence the enormous, devastating periods of consolidation that it's had on even after this fake out, after this parabolic run, even after the original parabolic run as well. It likes to consolidate because it goes parabolic through FOMO. Goes parabolic through FOMO, goes parabolic through FOMO, spends a long time consolidating. So we are obviously going parabolic, probably through FOMO, and we will be given the opportunity to buy back at a much lower level. And again, it's not for me to say where that level will be, as in its price, but its price will be dictated by wherever the 200 exponential moving average is on the daily. That's where we will be able to buy again, and we'll be given many opportunities to do that. They're like a married couple, the price action and the 200 exponential, and a nice married couple as well. They just do not like to spend much time apart. You know, he goes off golfing and she stays at home cleaning, and then they reunite at the end of the day. Well, obviously not the end of the day, but at some point in the not too distant future, and speak about what they did in their day. Several times they spend a lot of time nattering together on that 200 exponential moving average, and which is what I would expect to see again. So silly analogy, I know, but that's all I have to say about XRP. It's good that we're seeing this play out as expected, even though it's a little early. I didn't expect to see these kind of moves for at least another month, but we're getting them now, which is fine. And again, this does lead me to believe that there is an opportunity, there is a chance that it does reach its all-time high, you know, in the next couple of months, and then we will have a significant retracement, as we did in the previous cycle. So massive move up, and this is a big move. This isn't nothing. I mean, this is just a rough measure move, but this is a big move, 2,500% move, and what we'll be looking at here. So we'll just measure it from. We'll measure it from, you know, the I suppose this is a bit of a messy chart here, but roughly about 20 cents, the top of the middle of that accumulation phase, 500%. If we were to go to the previous all-time high, 1,700%, there is every chance that it will make a new all-time high, you know, over the next couple of months. But there will certainly be a retracement after that. But that wouldn't be the end. It would not be the end. The end will be a brand new all-time high. And if you want to watch my XRP market cycle video before the pumps took place, you'll see me talk about pretty much the way that this is playing out right now. Pretty much exactly how it's playing out. Like I say, it was all there in the chart for us to see, and it is working out as expected, which only leads me to believe that this is going to work out perfectly by the end of the year, and make a new all-time high. And I'm very conservative of my all-time highs. I predicted between a $4 and an $8, but there is a chance that it could go up to between $14 or more. You know, it is FOMO at the end of the day. It's hard to imagine what the all-time high will be, because it always ends in a parabolic run, which means that if it does do the same behavior as it does in the past, you know, price targets are basically highly speculative and difficult they're kind of impossible really to work out where they will go. But a new all-time high is absolutely in the bag, whether it's soon or by the end of the year. But again, you know, it's just one of those things. You know, it's one of those things. Now it's back in fashion. I suppose everybody's making videos on XRP, but I would like you to recognise that you know, I don't make these videos just for views. It's nice to see people watch these things, but I make these videos based upon analysis, and it's very, very, you know, gratifying to see that when that analysis plays out like it is doing at the moment, which is exactly to plan. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you have a nice day and a good weekend. And if you want to know more, you can subscribe to the channel. I've got a Patreon. You can watch the 2 live streams a week where we look at all different types of altcoins and their setups, or just join the Telegram, which is free. All the links in the description of this video. Have a nice weekend, everyone. Take it easy.